And now the mysterious Pokemon Mansion. Hey, it's Ditto. Too bad breeding's not in this game, so... I'm not up to anything suspicious. Can't you tell by my dishonest smile? Is he secretly a Gengar? Ooh, conspiracies. February 6th. We attained a new Pokemon. Mew from Mew. We have named this new Pokemon Mewtwo. So, the story is this place belonged to Mr. Fuji. Why he never came back and moved into Lavender Town is never really explained. But apparently it has something to do with... I think it was explained in the manga, where he disagreed with Team Rocket's decision to essentially play God. Which, if you think about it, yeah, I can see where he's coming from. Hiya! One thing I always found absurd, though, is the fact that, did Mewtwo alone cause all this damage? And the fact that Ditto are only found here further goes into detail about the theory I've always had about Mew. That Ditto is an unformed, is a malformed blob, and a failed attempt at cloning Mew, making Mew when they made Mewtwo. Now, see, the long ladder makes sense instead of just free falling down that chasm. Notice they don't say South America. Gotta keep it contained, folks. Honestly, that was a weird lapse in judgment. Also, I love how it doesn't state what year it is either. Because that's always been kind of unclear. Mewtwo's creation does predate the events of Red, Blue, and Yellow, though. A coach trainer here. So what are you going to hand me? Probably flamethrower? Wait, don't I already have that? Yeah, I do. I wonder what she's going to give me. Hiya! Poliwrath, eh? Da, da. Yep. I was right to switch out there. I thought about even using Poliwrath, but my problem with Poliwrath is it kinda has you don't get it until like extremely late in the game, so its usefulness is very debatable. What am I doing? Oh! I still have an advantage over it. It's going to outspeed me, though, because Dark Trio is very fast. But your defenses are bad. Of course, Dark Trio is still one of the best revenge killers in the game. Well, in the series, I should say. Even its Alolan variety is good in that regard. Oh. Well, keep the fighting type move on Nidoking. Good move. Dark type move that uses your opponent's attack stat against them. Very good for a Pokemon that don't resist dark type moves and use something like Swords Dance. You're essentially punishing them for overextending. I like that. Yeah, his keeps going crazy. What's going on? For once. Again, for once. Can I not get dragged into any of this at this point? wilted and almost dead plants. I mean, that makes sense considering how long this place has been abandoned, and it was burned to a crisp, essentially. Although I feel like there should be some more scorch marks, if that's really what happened here. Yeah, it makes more sense for you to climb down here instead of free fall. Of course, there used to be a way to just get down here normally to begin with. I still miss the tongue-in-cheek humor of a secret switch. Should I press it? Yes, who wouldn't? Now, in the original, as well as Fire Red and Leaf Green, this pod was not here. Beating on it over and over from the inside. This is where they made Mewtwo. They never showcased this before. Also, 4 pods. Are we bringing into the idea that from the anime, there was a little short before the first movie in which there were 4 different clones. Unfortunately, none were stable. And Mewtwo had to live with that trauma and guilt. Had to live with survivor's guilt. So what's the requirement here? Just getting the damn key? Oops, sorry. Seems Trey's already beat us here. You know, we only have one anime voice of official voice for Blaine. What do you say? Ready to start? No need to be shy, then step right up. Here we go. This is the Cinnabar Island Gym Pokemon Quiz. Challengers get asked 5 questions that they have to answer. Get one right and you get a Blaine doll. Get a question wrong and you'll have to fight one of my students here. But if you manage to beat them, then don't worry, you still get a Blaine doll. Think you can collect all 5 Blaine dolls? Here we go. First question. Quiz time. Which of these Pokemon is the Spitfire Pokemon? Magmar. The challenger has given his response, and the final judgment is... You're absolutely correct! Congrats! Congratulations, you've won a Blaine doll. Alright, let's move on to the second question. Quiz time! How many certified badges by the Pokemon League are there? And I'm actually going to get this wrong because I want to show off this. The challenger has given his response, and the final judgment is... Sorry, bad call. Too bad, you were close, but ultimately wrong. The challenger must now face a penalty match against one of the trainers I instruct. And then they just magically appear back there. Yeah, it's simple. Trapdoor or fake wall. But still. A hard-won victory. You've won a Blaine doll. All right, we're actually going to get the rest of the questions right. We're not done yet. The second question. Hold on, Mr. Blaine. This is the third question. The third question. Quiz time. Will be... Ah, I see that you did this now, huh? Not very effective. Is it me, or do these things look a little similar to a Dr. Robotnik? What's that? Your ass! It seems our challenger has collected 4 Blaine dolls. It's time for the last question. Give it your all! Who are you about to battle? An old guy in sunglasses. Ha! Challenger, you have obtained 5 Blaine dolls, which means it's time for our battle. I'm Blaine, the red-hot gym leader here. My fiery Pokemon are rough and ready with intense heat. They incinerate all challengers. Ha! I hope we brought some burn heals. I had to. Anyway, gym leader number 7, Blaine. I love how he has fire in his sunglasses. That's a nice touch. Also, his tie is shaped like a fireball. It's all fantastic. The problem is with him, he uses some... Yes, these fire types are strong. But, they have a common problem. They're all glass cannons. Except Ninetales here. It at least has some bulk to it, but the rest of them are like, yeah, about that. See what I said? It has some bulk. Not much, but it has bulk. Guess it really doesn't matter at this point. I always love how Fire Blast is the Japanese kanji for fire. It makes sense. I am burned down to nothing. Not even ashes remain. You have earned the volcano badge. Here, you can have this TM2. This TM46. TM46 contains Fire Blast. I love how one of the dolls are right next to him. A red-hot Fire-type move. Teach it to a Fire-type Pokemon. Vulpix or Charmeleon would be ideal. Fire Blast is an attack to be shown the utmost respect. Don't waste it on Water-type Pokemon. So then he cleans up the dolls. I'm all fired up. Okay. I'll be quiet. I think after this, there'll forever be a Blaine doll just sitting in the middle. You know, I admit, I like the creativity, and the fact that the gym's not that big to begin with makes a lot of sense. Because Cinnabar Island is like, what's there to do, really? I love how he has extra props back here, including a map of Kanto for some reason. And a fire extinguisher, just in case. Couple fire extinguishers. And an entire fire system. You know, being the fire-type gym leader. Ah, so this is where you were. I thought you might have made your way to Cinnabar Island by now. Did you beat Blaine? Really? Congratulations. You need to have 8 gym badges to get into the Pokemon League, right? I've got 7 already, which means that the only one left is... Yeah, it must be the gym in Viridian City, right? It was closed up the last time I checked, though. Have you been in the Viridian City gym yet, Jay? You haven't, right? Guess I'll try stopping by the Viridian City one more time. I said docks are for losers, but unfortunately we have to take the northern dock to go back. I know I could just fly to Pallet Town, or Viridian City for that matter, but where's the fun in that? Also, let's get a few extra battles in. And that's going to be all the time that we have. So until next time, Ryo Nakage 33 signing off.